Well, since I am at the range, have the Range Reynolds Smith & Wesson M&P Shield EZ380 in my hand, it would only make sense for me to see how the EZ380 and I work together, don't you think? It should be obvious that the EZ380 is not a target pistol, with an intended use of up-close and personal self-defense. With 50 rounds of Magtech 95 grain FMJ in hand and one magazine to work with, let me see if I can put this pint-sized pistol through its paces, while starting out with the first magazine to get familiar. The grip is just long enough, with the magazine inserted, for me to get all 4 fingers on the gun. It gives great recoil control, even on a small gun like this. The grip angle, which is identical to a 1911, allows for a very natural point of aim. The slim grip, while it would make the pistol a fantastic CCW gun, is just too slim for my hands. The texture is surprisingly good, however, and at first glance there seems to be very little texture, but when gripping it, it feels like a firm grip to hold. The trigger pull is solid. There is a short take-up, a good amount of creep after the wall, a snapping break, no over-travel, and a medium but quiet reset. I like the fact that the overall trigger reach and travel is short. For users with smaller hands or less than a full range of motion, this feature is a good one to have. The trigger is good, considering that the EZ is actually a hammer-fired gun and not a striker-fired one, as it appears to be on the outside. Even though there is no exposed hammer, there is a hammer hitting the firing pin. Recoil-operated pistols are softer shooting, and less recoil is always better for newer or weaker shooters, so I'm glad that they went with this action. Magazine release is easy to reach due to the slim grip, and magazines eject positively. Slide lock is in a good spot. It's easy to engage due to the easy to rack slide. As usual with micro-compact pistols, I had to fight from pulling the pistol left during shooting. The sights are the standard 3-dot irons, and which are adequate, and they work. Chances are, however, that in a real-life encounter, there may not be enough time to use the sights, and having a very good point-and-shoot interface in the hand can be a lifesaver. I do want to highlight one great aspect about the magazines. They come with a little tab you can push down while loading to relieve spring tension. And that makes loading a magazine easier and more enjoyable. The last thing that I need to mention is the ease of using the grip safety, which protrudes from the top of the grip. You must press the top of the lever only about 2/3 of the way toward the frame before it stops. Plus, because it pivots from the bottom rather than from the top, like a traditional 1911 grip safety, it seems easier to deactivate. I did have to make a conscious effort to ensure that I gripped the handle correctly, to ensure that the grip safety disengaged.